just want to talk really briefly about a process that we have that's called Animating Shakespeare. So when we animate Shakespearean text, it's impossible to create a physical movement that corresponds with each and every word of that text. So we engage in a process that we like to call abstraction. And abstraction is trying to separate out what's the most important thing and highlighting it for the audience. So we highlight with movement what we think is most important from the text for the audience's understanding. And when we do that using two things. What we're looking for is two things. We're looking for action verbs that can translate well into movement. And in the piece you're about to see, we have exiting and entering and sighing and creeping. Those are things that we look for. And the second thing that we're looking for is we're looking for metaphorical images that we can possibly create some movement to. So, for example, one of the images that we create in here is the judge with severe eyes. So we hope that this process, this animation, better helps people to understand the sometimes muddy Shakespearean text and gives them yet another anchor, a visual anchor to what they're hearing. So we're going to do that for you now, Animating Shakespeare.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages.
We didn't sleep too late.
At first the infant.
There was a fire in the yard.
Mewling and puking in the nurse's arms.
All of the trees were in light. They had no faces to show.
Then the whining schoolboy.
I saw a sign in the sky.
With his satchel and shining morning face.
7 swans, 7 swans, 7 swans.
Creeping.
I heard a voice in my mind.
Like snail.
I'll try, I'll try, I'll try.
Unwillingly to school.
I'll try, I'll try. I'll try.
And then the lover, sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress. Eyebrow. Then a soldier.
We saw the dragon move down.
Full of strange oaths.
My father burned into coal.
Bearded like the pard.
My mother saw it from far.
Jealous in honor. Sudden and quick in quarrel.
She took her purse to the bed.
Seeking the bubble reputation.
I saw a sign in the sky.
Even in the cannon's mouth.
7 horns, 7 horns, 7 horns. I heard a voice in my mind.
And then the justice.
I am Lord.
And fair round belly. Good cape and lined. With eyes severe. And beard of formal cut. full of wise saws and modern instances. So he plays his part. The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice turning again toward a childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all,
If you run,
it ends this strange, eventful history, is second
he will
childishness
take you.
in mere oblivion,
If you run,
sans teeth,
he will chase you.
sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.